All right. So we're about to head about that time for the spotlight. And tonight joining us we have none other than Martin, I should say MA, right? Because I think everybody knows you as both, right?
Call me whatever you want, you know what I mean?
And he is
okay, my bad.
He is no stranger to Vybz 100.1. This is his first time on Inside the Vybz, but most of you guys would know him from the Worship Zone. So he's no stranger to Vybz 100.1, but
yeah, and table talk, think tank.
We're gonna get into that tonight.
Big shout out, yeah.
So greet the people. Tell them who we got with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me on the program tonight. I'm here with Millennial King. I have my number one media person right there, Martin Watson. And we're here to share the good news this evening, you know. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for you, Tehilla, and Pastor Sobers, and you have DJ Royalty, you know. You have DJ Jamo, turn it up. The whole crew, everyone's there, and yeah, we're here. And don't forget, Zari couldn't be here tonight. We couldn't fly her in time. She's from the Table Talk, you know, Table Talk think tank. So thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, well. You know, this is like home for you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And tonight we're here to talk about music.
All right.
We haven't heard.
We're gonna touch on a little bit everything because he's been busy. He's been busy.
I've been peeping, you know. I
see you popping up every now and then.
So let's start with music because a lot of people know you from music. We know you from music to start off with. I mean, I would say King David was launched on the Worship Zone, and that became our anthem.
I think that'd be a fair assessment.
So we know you from music. So let's start there. So since King David, you've released quite a number of songs, right? Yeah.
So
yeah.
So we're using a different kind of strategy, and what was really upsetting is that as soon as we decided, you know, let's take this thing across the region. We were there in Trinidad with DJ Mickey, you had Jazzy, you had Pastor Janelle, everybody over there, and we were making a nice impact. And we were supposed to head back out to somewhere else, and you know what happened?
COVID.
Bam. Pandemic come and slow up everything. So what we decided to do, since we couldn't go, we decided to share the music online. So we've been doing a bunch of stuff by pushing it all across YouTube because that's our home. That's where we're trying to create our home.
Okay.
But definitely in a couple of weeks, months, in a bit, you're gonna be seeing our music populate into a next area. But the other great thing that's been happening is that during this time when we couldn't really go to the studio, you know, I was talking with AJ last night. He's the guy that does the production for me.
Okay.
I was talking with him and it's like I can't. Because of how technical the music production process is, there are a lot of challenges to produce something during a period like this where you can't really interact with persons face to face like you like to, especially with the music and all. It's real different. So that's why you have not heard or you might not have seen me in the studio of late. But you know, we do anything.
But, you know, the reason I'm happy that you said that because I know that, you know, sometimes when there's like a pullback, you know, like when you have an arrow and you're pulling back, I could imagine the kind of force you could be coming with.
Well,
when there's a release, you know.
True.
That's why I got this. That's why I got you here, right? That's why I got Millennial King here. Yeah, we've been working on some stuff, you know, and you might hear some stuff that you've never heard before because we just gave them the first album from MA. It's not live. The gospel album isn't live in person as yet. It might be online on YouTube, but you have a complete set. DJ Jarmo and DJ Royalty, y'all do y'all thing, you know. So
you can find it on Spotify.
No. So you can find it on YouTube right now. It's a gospel mix. I think it's a half an hour of gospel, MA, and
so we can't
music.
find this music on Spotify.
It's not on Spotify as yet, but it's coming soon.
Okay.
That's what's in a couple of
minutes.
minutes.
King David is not on Spotify.
No, King David is on Spotify, but the full MA, the first MA album isn't there.
Okay.
You know?
Cool.
So tonight you wanna like start from the beginning with you, cause a lot of people, you know, they know you from King David, they know you from all these other avenues that you're in. But I want to know, and I'm sure a lot of people want to know, how did you get into music? Like, how did you start? Because I'm telling you, I ask every time somebody comes to I ask them this question every single time because I want to hear the interesting stories. Because I've heard a lot of, I grew up in church, so became a singer. I heard I
got fabricating this story for you. All right. So I was on the mountaintop.
face bomb.
I don't know, like it's literally when you're a kid in church, there's a children's choir. That's where I started to get into this music thing, and then I stopped singing and I started to play. I tried playing guitar for a little bit with Pastor Anthony, but up to now I can't hold a guitar right, So the next thing I did was steel pan. I did steel pan for a good while I was at QC. I was in the steel orchestra and them kind of thing.
Okay.
And all right, that's a bass plan, man.
Decent.
I can't compete with the champions. We got like Nikita and them, but I'm in the bass pan. But when it came to singing music and all that, I was in my car, I think, and I was listening to music and I was like, I could do better, and I wanted to see what it would sound like if I was able to get into that space. And I think
your sister's a very good singer. So
well, yeah, I can't compete with her.
You're in that kind of family.
Man, she could hit all them kind. That's not my arena, Yeah. And then when we started off there and I started to go, I worked with Vybz from Paradigm Records in the beginning. And then I was introduced to AJ, and that's where we started to do some other more disruptive, more innovative styles of music. And that's before I produced the David Dance, I was working with Millennial King along with a couple other friends, and we were right over by AJ. But for some reason, that song is the one that popped off just before the pandemic, So
Millennium King, you gotta tell us about yourself, You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
just smile in there with a rugged beard.
Yeah.
You gotta tell us about yourself.
No, you talk about the mom.
Who's this dude right here?
Oh, you can talk about the mom beard.
I thought he was his bodyguard.
No, man, you take this whole year we trying to grow this beard, whole year trying to get the connect.
I
know?
think
I
I
teach you a few
spent
things
more than
about
a
beard,
year
you know what
trying
I'm
to grow this.
So introduce yourselves to the people, let them know who you are.
All right, so what happened is when Martin first stepped into music, right? Like just before he did, Martin came to me and he was like, "Bro, you want we get into music?" And I was like, "Martin, you
Sound
joking?"
like you're cooking.
Martin,
like
you
you're making a
joking,
bush
eh?
cook, and you're just a man to shop and he's like, yo, I want jumping.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it always
Like,
starts.
he came and he's like, "You know what? We should get into music." I said, "Bro, I can't write music here." Don't worry with that. You don't worry with that. We gonna make it happen, right? So when he came to me with this idea, I was like, Martin Massiah singing music, this can be funny, right? So the first song came out and I was like, no, Martin. And I was like, nah, let me start pushing my body, write something, even if it isn't that good, I would produce something. That was my plan. And now he's gotten me to write so many songs,
And the energy is amazing. Man.
yeah, the energy is different.
Yeah, I love
And we have a collab with DC. DC, the champion DC.
Yeah, big up
the
GS.
number one rapper.
DC.
The number one rapper
Yes.
behind is right on that gospel
no
album.
longer 2 more hours. You gotta get a song with the money in the bank.
We have follow-up
We
from
can't wait
Payday.
for this money any longer. Right? It's in the bank and we need the money.
Indeed.
Yeah, man, DC doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Big up to DC indeed.
So what is your creative process like?
Well, during the pandemic, that kind of changed because it's no longer me going with an idea to the studio and chilling
Yeah.
with AJ for a couple hours. Now, it's where I get a couple of beats. Like, for example, a couple months ago, Jarmo sent me a beat. I hope you haven't sold that beat to anybody else's yet. It is one of the best Afro beats I've ever heard coming out of Guyana, period, right? And how it normally works is I spend a lot of time searching for beats online. Right now, I have a library with over 100 and something different beats that I have ideas for. So there are about 100 songs. And then one of my favorite producers is this guy called Alvin Brown Beats from Madagascar. And he does some of the most amazing Afro beats. And it's real fresh. So what I do is I listen to the beats and I listen to see, all right, this is a love. I create two kinds of music. Love music. Christian love
Yes,
music.
because we
Yeah,
heard
I heard
something.
the song.
We heard something. You know what I mean?
Because how else you can make more
It was
Christians?
trending.
You know what
Trust
I
me.
mean?
Yeah.
And then
Made waves on social media.
well, that's what happens. When you're working with a video production team like Dex and them from Linden, it's really amazing. Ariana, yeah,
You know what I like about this guy?
He works in teams, always.
That's one, and he understands marketing.
That's true.
every
That's true.
sentence, right?
Sponsored by Massiah
There's
Capital.
something. There's a plug. You heard him talking about, but AG. You heard him talking about, but.
That's how we got build the community.
I love that.
This is
I
how we
love
got
that.
build the kingdom. We got
love
link
that.
up and
I
connect
really
and
love
network
that.
and all that.
Awesome,
And that's why
awesome.
everybody should check out Table Talk
See
dot
what I'm-
today.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go.
Table Talk ThinkTank.com.
Your team, man.
Then I want both y'all on one of my Table Talk episodes, right?
Please.
So thank you.
We don't.
All I got to say is Monday or Saturday this week. You let me know. Tuesday or Saturday this week.
I was
Just
no
let
about
me know.
to.
We can talk.
Yeah. Good.
So I mean, definitely when you came into this industry, you
Yeah.
came in with something that was fresh, something that was different, something that like when you heard it, you're like, dang, this is Guyanese, like whoa.
Yeah.
So coming into the industry,
Uh-huh.
what were your first initial thoughts, and what is something that you think you would change now that you've been in it for a while?
So coming into it, I wanted to bring Afrobeats, right? The
Okay.
first time I heard Afrobeats was when I was in Grenada, and a Nigerian friend of mine, she was the valedictorian eventually. She introduced me to this Afrobeats singer from Nigeria, I believe it was. And when I heard it, I was like, this is not dancehall, this is not reggae, what's this? And it literally transformed my perspective of Afro-Caribbean kind of music. And I decided, let me see how I can bring this to Guyana. And we
did pretty
worked.
well.
Yeah, well, hopefully the people can know, 50,000 people can't be wrong, But, yeah.
You see what I've done with the marketing?
Yeah, so definitely check out Martin Massiah on YouTube, but that is what I really wanted to get into it. And when I got into it, there weren't a lot of players in it because it was more about hitting that niche market. And most persons, like your show, when I saw Inside the Vibe, I have never seen a logo branding and all of that. That was so distinctive. As soon as you look at it, I say, these are professionals.
Shout out Studio One Media.
Shout
Studio
out to
One
Studio
Media.
One Media. Yeah, and the time I look at the logo, I say Inside the Vibe. So I can now go on Instagram, I can now go on Facebook, and I think whoever's y'all marketing team did an excellent job with that
Indeed.
branding.
Studio One Media.
Yep. Studio One Media. Right, man.
You notice that I dropped back. You see what
And I really appreciate
for real.
marketers that really think about what they want to do and plan something that's strategic. Look at your DJ Jarmo. You have DJ Royalty there. Everybody has this jersey on. Why we don't have a jersey? Explain
don't
to me
know.
why Table Talk doesn't have a jersey. Explain to me why MA doesn't have a jersey.
I
don't know.
We can hook you up in the
Good.
design.
We can talk after. We can talk after. Yeah.
But I do agree with that, because one thing, hands down, I have never seen somebody market the way you market.
You're good.
When I tell
Well,
you,
thank
like, if you don't know Emmy, if you don't know Martin Massiah, then what y'all doing? What exactly are y'all doing? Because there's no way you could be on social media and not know it. It's distinctive. Your logo, your brand, it's distinctive, and the quality is maintained from video to video, from every production. The quality is maintained to the highest level.
But that's not something that's easy to accomplish. Like marketers and all that.
True.
You know how many persons have to go through, creatives have to go through working
True.
with in order to find the right creatives to create it. And I could tell you, I was talking with Pastor Sobers. He was telling me about an interesting idea to do I think it was a virtual event. And what I was saying is, like, if I'm doing a production, it has to have the right creators behind it, because the artists
That's
create
true.
good content, but you have to
That's
have
true.
people who understand the other aspects of the creativity. For example, you have to have somebody like Jarmo and DJ Royalty who understand how to mix music properly. You have to have top media people like Dex, like Dex, like Shamal Khan and them. You gotta get the hardest media team just like that.
Plug. You know what? I'm gonna get my checker. We just check it every.
Write the names down and tell me when I can charge them.
No, but you're right, because
Yeah.
in any production that you've seen, all these different people, especially in music, everybody has their unique part. You won't necessarily see the MD trying to set the background and all those stuff. He understands that my position is, I'm the musical director. I handle all things music. They got somebody else to do something.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times with Christian people, they believe that starting out, it gotta be me. I gotta learn to do every single thing, I gotta learn how to mix. I gotta learn how to record. I gotta learn how to do all these different things. And that's not a problem. That's not a problem. But at the same time, there are things that you don't know.
Yeah.
So you should at least make yourself open to ask for advice, hey, how you do this? How do you get it to sound like this?
Yeah.
And learn from each other, and that's where networking comes in.
That's the value of a high performance team.
Yep.
It's either you have a lot of resources or you know how to network, right? That's the only way you're able to produce real quality content. And when you that's one strategy where you could learn everything yourself. That takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and everything.
And a lot of making mistakes.
Exactly, and a lot of making mistakes, but you become a better overall person. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to find the best people and bring them on the project, and that's something that Mr. Stanley Ming even mentioned on one of our videos, on YouTube. Martin Massiah, just Google that, and Stanley Ming, and you'll see that one.
Just on the money.
And that video, it's been doing.
Listen, my friend over there, Pastor Paul, he's just watching because I know the conversation.
I see Pastor Paul having fun.
I know the conversation we're gonna have. He's like, yo, Pastor Jean, that dude is good.
Well, whatever advice I could give, I don't mind giving advice. So definitely, if you need some strategic direction or whatever, feel free to hit out MassiahCapital.com, and we'll be able to get the job done.
I'm telling y'all, these plugs. Oh my gosh, these plugs.
It's seamless. You don't even see this one coming.
Y'all see how serious it is.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm loving it.
It's always a good time when we have you in studio, because there's always some knowledge, some wealth of knowledge that you're about to drop on us. And I mean, I don't even want to say that you're just a gospel artist, because you're way more than that.
Yes,
You're well-rounded, very, very well-rounded.
Yeah, clearly.
Talk to us a little about the talk table.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's
so
get into that.
It's Table Talk Think
Table
Tank.
talk, right? That's it.
Right?
Table talk. Think
So
tank.
we
Okay.
decided to create something. Aubrey was at the beginning. He's always wrong, He was at the beginning when we created this thing. And what we wanted to do was create a space for people to share ideas that matter, right? And
Okay.
that's why we created this Table Talk Think Tank. It's not particularly political. It's not particularly on any kind of side, but it's about helping young people get access to information that they need in a simple, easy to consume way. So apart from, we started off with these great videos that you can find all on YouTube. I think we're at episode 57 or 58, and we're really pushing. Like we record 3 times, go live 3 times every single week, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 p.m. And we've been expanding to different platforms. I think we
That's great.
started on Facebook, but now we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And Twitch wasn't even my idea. That's Zari's idea from Trinidad.
I got break it down. You guys shine me.
Well, here's the other thing, right? Not a lot of Guyanese use those platforms, right? But
Yeah, especially Twitch.
Twitch, no, Guyanese,
Yeah.
the average Guyanese, persons who you would find using Twitch are them little children who in grade 6,
Yep.
grade 7, them little children who playing video games, right?
Yeah.
So it's
You know
about the
Twitch?
long term.
All right.
All right, thank you.
You got some little ones.
Good.
You know?
Oh, that's why. That makes more sense. Yeah. So we're on these platforms because it's about creating a global brand. Because I believe that Guyana could create a global entertainment brand.
Yes.
And
Very
that,
much true.
It doesn't only have to be for the secular environment. It could also be for the kingdom environment.
Yes.
And it's for us to understand that we don't need to just depend on people in Guyana. For example, with Table Talk Think Tank, you can find it at tabletalk.today. But on this program, you'll see people from Guyana, Trinidad, the US. We have people from all over. Where are these countries in Africa? We have people from Haiti. And it's a really unique mix of persons that we're trying to bring, that we have brought. And they're sharing ideas. For example, one of my buddies from Haiti, he's the #1 seller of lapel pins on Amazon, right?
Wow.
And he literally tells you how he was able to sell it. The man went to China with $200 in his pocket, and he came back, and in a couple of months, he was the #1 seller on Amazon in the US. And it was just,
Easy.
Wow.
these people don't need a lot to start up. They just have a great idea, and they push and they push and they grind and they move forward. So for young persons, kingdom people and all of that, get a job. If you get the job, right? If you don't have a job already, that's the safest thing you can do is to get a job, right? Then do something with your spare time. Ensure that you have an opportunity to get into some kind of business. For example, I saw you have the Small Business Bureau that's now giving out grants. You have now the Ministry of Culture and Sport giving out grants. You got the women the women incubator thing that they're giving out grants.
Right.
Just go, even if
there's
it's
so
a
many
bad plan.
opportunities,
Even
right,
if it's a
right,
bad
yeah.
plan, all them could tell you, no, just go again, ask them for the advice, go out there. And it's okay for you to fail. Not everybody gonna like your business plan. Not everybody gonna like you, but submit. Submit your plan. That's what I mean. Submit your plan. Yeah. But that's the kind of thing that I'm pushing here, and that's the kind of thing that we push on Table Talk Think Tank. And of course, you'll see some more advancements and more growth and everything. And we love to see y'all on the program sometime.
Beautiful. Certainly, man. We'd love to be there because that's our zone. That's where we are.
Perfect.
You know, and those are the things that we talk about every day, and to have you with us, is even better.
Well, I'm honored to be here this evening, of course, with my entire team. And, the team that I have this evening. And, we're going to continue graphing.
Listen, this time is a little too short for some of the things that we want to do. But Jarmo got a track he's going to drop. And
better pick up the track.
Y'all listen, y'all got to freestyle. You can't come on this program, on this program and not freestyle.
All right.
So you need what? Let me see, you got what?
I got. Yeah, Aubrey, you can start this one off.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
think you should go first.
There wouldn't be spotlight without you doing an acapella for our archives.
We don't have a problem.
That's how y'all bless us.
Exactly. There's no problem. He's a champion at freestyles. I've been training him in freestyles. You know, you got to.
Wow.
That's how the man take himself down right away.
That's my boy.
I know. I mean, it's an honor for you to join us tonight because when we started, when we got the concept for Inside the Vybz, we wanted to really create a platform, like you said, for young people in the kingdom that are doing things creatives that don't get the spotlight generally.
Yeah.
That's where we came up with the spotlight. And we didn't want to make it just musicians or singers.
Yeah.
We wanted business people. We had an author here a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And we got some more business people that are coming up because we wanted them to have an opportunity to look, this is what I do and this is what I want to share with you. And we talk about it a little bit, let us get to know you and all this stuff. So
there are a lot of streams in the
spot on.
kingdom. A lot of streams. Sometimes I feel like in the kingdom we just look at, we just so one-sided. There's so many streams.
A lot of times you just think
we need to tap into them.
Feel free to explore, and are you the ambassadors yet?
ambassador.
Are you the ambassadors yet? I saw something online. Are you the ambassadors yet?
I was a former
My bad, you see?
2018, right?
2019.
2019.
With this pandemic, time don't exist, you know what I mean? So you're still the ambassador.
Exactly, because I would say I was about ambassador for what? Probably going up to like 2 years now, because they're now about to put in the new one. But yeah,
definitely.
Also,
and that's something I saw, and I really appreciated that you were up there.
Great.
Wow.
Also, for anybody listening, the Canadian High Commission, they're looking for the new ambassador for International Day of the Girl. Trust me, it's an awesome opportunity. I did it. I loved it. It opened so many doors for you. So y'all need to check that out. But yeah, Jarmo, you ready?
The spot, they got brighten up the spotlight.
What's happening with my DJs today?
I want to go acapella.
You want to go acapella?
Yeah.
We didn't train.
Without beat. You can go.
We didn't
You
train
can go
for
with
this.
the track. I can go without the track.
You got rhythm?
Yeah.
I want a rhythm.
Well,
I want a rhythm. I might just.
For no. Something for no. You say you want on the feed.
Yeah, play the rhythm. For now, that's what we want.
Millennial King.
Alright, let's go. Losing a lot of people lately. Am I the only one that's communicating this straightly? God is in my thoughts and the spirit is there innately. It's a really long road and I'd rather be on it safely. Blessed for lack of words and I'm hoping that you would say it. I'd rather lead the top and it's never playing. I'm swaying like an eagle, not a dove. I'm just saying, and I know that you infected by my words that I'm spraying. A lot of y'all here, but your heart's disconnected. Money gets the love and my flesh is still rejected. Blacks are still poor and the whites are still ascending. Every rich black person, man, your rich is still pending. We unify in tragedy, but that's the biggest tragedy. I deserve your love, but I still receive your agony. I am not a Kevin, not a John, not an Anthony, but I get treated different, y'all. Look at that calamity.
Millennial King, people. That is Millennial King. Signed with MA.
He's still waiting on yours. We
What do you mean?
It's time for MA's track now.
Sparkle, come on, There's a time, But I gotta give me music.
even if you just give us a verse
Give us
from
a verse.
David,
See,
you can't.
You asked about the creative process. I don't write verse, I just write chorus.
Whatever you have.
You gotta give us something.
All right. Well, I don't rap, so I can try to. Jama, give me something, man. All right. Let me try this one. So it didn't finish this yet, but let me go. Death itself in all of my melodies, rep the Father with all of my energy. Like Paul in the dungeon, I can worship till the gates and the chain them fall down. Jailer, hey you wait now. Drop your sword cause everybody here dog. Never seen a God load up like this. Just in them I got bad like this. Baptize them dog. This guy's the word and me advise them. Baptize them.
I like the tone.
Capsize them.
I like
So I have never done dancehall before, so please excuse me.
That was not bothering
Everybody,
me.
yo, this is Martin Massiah, MA.
Yeah.
This is
Millennial King.
King.
This is the song he's on, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Listen,
All right, let's hear this.
We're gonna drop this for you. Y'all ready for this? Listen, we want you to introduce this.
Yeah.
Introduce the song. Who's gonna do that?
MK.
Introduce it to us.
Which song is this song is one of the very first songs that I think that's the very first song that me and Martin Massiah did together. When we first hit the studio, I was new to the entire thing, and when he heard it, he was like, "Yo, this is gonna be bomb. Let's do a collab on this." And we went to the studio, did the recording, and it was a hit from the get-go. So there it is, No Matter, the very first song me and MA collaborated.
So we have No Matter by Millennial King and MA. Let's go.
All right, let's hear this.
Millennial King.
DB, Janty, Jedney, Marmar, Zig, Rissa, Angie, everybody. GT Christian living it. Sunday, I my day, so I'm feeling it. No need for Mayday for this banner pray. Cause prayer is an everyday thing. GT Christian living it. Sunday, I my day, so I'm feeling it. No need for Mayday for this banner pray. Cause prayer is an everyday thing. Worship, cause only real G's sing. Live right with your neighbor and a labor. Forget about the paper. Cause the Father, he making a way for. No matter how the circumstances were. GT Christian living it. Sunday, I my day, so I'm feeling it. No need for Mayday for this banner pray. Cause prayer is an everyday thing. GT Christian living it. Sunday, I my day, so I'm feeling it. No need for Mayday for this banner pray. Cause prayer is an everyday thing. Jesus never gonna leave us with a 19 like a fountain tin. Holy Ghost fill me up, tap me to the brim. Pick me up, dust me off and clean me from the sin.
I got a word from the Lord, so I'm feeling it. When people play this beat, know for sure I'm killing it. I got success in my roof, man, I'm selling it. I can show you how to play my music and be feeling it. Yeah, let me show you how to groove in. Clap your hands, move your feet, I know it's soothing. We can goof around, second guess I schooling. Let me get my fire shoes, so I'ma be coolin'. So I'ma be moving, so I'ma be classic. Only by the prayer life, never into magic. Let me get my thoughts right, putting on my shirt straight. Lately I've been working on not going back to church late. Keeping all 100, flowing into music. Cutting out the playing stuff, cause it gets confusing. Yeah, cause it gets confusing.
GT Christian living it. Sunday, I my day, so I'm feeling it. No need for Mayday for this banner pray. Cause prayer is an everyday thing. GT Christian living it. Sunday, I my day, so I'm feeling it. No need for Mayday for this banner pray. Cause prayer is an everyday thing.